those are all good points.
Yes, they are. And what else are we doing to prepare them?
Hello, we're back. Today, we're going to introduce you to our fur babies. We're going to tell you a little bit about them, and then we're going to tell you about how we're going to be bringing them to France. I'm Jake.
I'm Mary June. Welcome to our channel, Wander Forward. We're so glad you're here. So let's talk dogs, shall we?
Yes. We have 3 dogs, Millie, Mochi, and Pepper.
Millie is our 5.5-year-old yellow lab mix. She came to us in 2020 when my husband and my daughter decided to surprise me with a dog. We had just recently lost our other dog like a couple years prior. So I was really sad, and although we had another dog at that time, we just really missed her, and I really missed my dog that had just passed. I was technically waiting for another dog to get, but I think they got impatient and they just wanted to get a dog. So they got her, and they got me really good. I was not at all expecting that I was gonna get a new puppy. And she was such a beautiful puppy. And she's grown up to be just a loving mama to the rest of the dogs. She's currently the oldest in our pack of dogs. And again, she's just the sweetest and just most loving dog. She loves to play catch, play ball, chasing after squirrels. We just love her so much. But you pretty girl, Millie. What you do, good girl? Yes, hi. She's so beautiful. But when she has her eyes focused on the S word outside, she is just like laser focused. Huh, baby girl? She's so beautiful.
And then there's Mochi. He's our 4-year-old little toy poodle. He came to us in late 21, and I gotta say, he's been just such a joy to have around. He stole my heart from the instant he fell asleep on my chest on the first night we had him.
Before we actually got Mochi, I've never owned a poodle. Neither one of us have had a poodle before. And so I'm a groomer, and I was once told that if I can groom a poodle, I can groom any dogs. So of course I wanted to be a better groomer, and I was like, well, then I guess I have to get a poodle.
That's a good excuse to get a dog.
It worked, but it probably would have been better if I had gotten a standard poodle, because then I would have more poodle to work with. I mean, he's so little, look at him, but I mean, I'm so glad that we got him. I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. Hi, Moch. Hi, Mochi. Hi. Mochi boy, what is on your face? What is that? Take that out. Hi, Moch. Funny.
And finally, there's Pepper, our little toy princess. Actually, miniature princess. She is our miniature poodle. She is 17 months old and is a handful. She is a ball of energy. Unlike Mochi, who wants to lay around a lot, she wants to run around a lot.
Total opposite.
And she likes to bark. She likes to chase balls. She likes to go for rides. Mochi, he likes to sleep.
He likes to go for rides too.
He does, but he likes to go for a ride and then sleep in the car.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah.
So she's just A wonderful ball of energy to have around.
Pepper is a barker. I hate to admit it, but she is a barker. She's definitely one of those dogs that I think our neighbors actually hate us. She's not like ridiculous barker, but she gets excited when she goes outside. She wants to go outside with Millie, and then she just barks, and it's just ugh. But
Yeah.
this is Pepper, my beautiful little girl. She's my baby. She's only a year and a half. Well, it'll be 2 years in May next year. But this is my beautiful black beauty. She is a handful. She's sassy as can be, and she will tell you exactly what she's thinking. Huh, Peps?
Speaking of Millie, why aren't we bringing Millie?
Oof, that was a really hard decision to make. We got Millie in 2020. Like I said, she was a surprise baby for me. And because we were pretty much locked up during that time, I couldn't really socialize her very much. So, she's become very high anxiety, very reactive, and knowing how she is and how uncomfortable she gets when she gets in cars and long rides, we just didn't think that it was a good idea, nor is it good for her to travel, be in a crate for so many hours, because clearly she'll have to be in the cargo hold. And for her to be in a crate for I don't know how many hours and then get to France, and because we don't really have a stable place to be because we're planning on moving around, she has to keep moving around also. So we just didn't think that it would be a good time for her to go there, and I think it'd be better for her to stay here, be with our kids, and she's in somewhere familiar. And also, now that my daughter just got a new dog, Pluto, who's another poodle, a miniature red poodle, she has a playmate, so she's not going to be alone. And they've gotten really close, and I just love watching them play. Millie is really, really gentle with her. Millie has really become the mom of the Paw clan, and she takes really, really good care of them. So I think it'll be good for her.
Yep. So Millie will be. Aubrey will be taking care of Millie. Look, I mixed up their names. While we're gone, and I know we've said it in other videos, we're planning on spending all of 2026 in France.
And then, depending on how the trip goes,
We'll see.
we'll see. I mean, Millie might still have to go in that crate, but at least it might only have to be for that one time. So we'll see.
We'll see. Now, let's talk about what we're doing to prepare and get ready for our travels.
So there are a few requirements that we needed to learn in order for us to bring our dogs to France. One of them is all the required shots and all that stuff, which we actually found all that information on the USDA website. You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, the USDA website was great. There's actually, and we'll leave a link down below. It's actually, you can choose whatever country you're going to and what you need to do to meet those requirements for your dogs. There are we have to get them microchipped or tattooed. Both of Pepper and Mochi are microchipped. And they have to get their rabies shots after they're tattooed. After they get their microchip. And then we're going to be we have a form that our USDA certified vet needs to submit to France 10 days before we travel. No, 10 days prior to arrival.
I kept saying before. So, but it's actually upon arrival. 10 days.
10 days prior to
arrival. So yeah, don't mess that up because I keep messing it up. Of course, with that, we needed to make sure we understood the requirements for flights also. So for this trip, we're going to be flying on Delta first, and then we're going to be landing in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, yeah. They changed our flight so many times, I keep forgetting. So we've flown on a lot of the US airlines. We've flown United, Southwest, Frontier, all that stuff. So we're quite familiar with the requirements to fly with those airlines. And it's basically no more than 20 pounds to include both the dog and the carrier. A couple of the airlines, which are Southwest and Frontier, they don't really say how many pounds the limit is. They do say how big the carrier has to be. So theirs is more measured by the carrier. And the carriers that we chose needed to be airline compliant. And from Atlanta, Georgia, we're flying on Air France. Now, we've never flown Air France before. So we needed to do our research to make sure that we knew the requirements for that. And come to find out, their weight limit is different. Their weight limit for the dog and the carrier is 8 kilograms, which is 17.6 in pounds. So not a lot of difference, but enough to where, we can get in trouble if we weren't following
I think
that.
we're going to be okay because our pups are under 10 pounds each.
Yeah.
Make sure you reserve a spot for them. So we had to reserve a spot. Sometimes they only allow so many dogs in cabin per airline.
Yep.
At least for domestic flights, a lot of times it's only four pets.
Yeah. Oh, and a couple things that we had to, one thing that we were keeping in mind when we were choosing our flights is the layover times. I can't say it enough how important it is to make sure that there is ample time between the time that you land from the time when you leave. It's happened to us a couple of times where our previous flight would be delayed, and then we would have to rush to get to the next gate to catch our next flight. And there was one time, I don't remember exactly where we went, where Mochi was still a puppy, and we were running. We were trying to get to our gate, and because we were behind. I think maybe we got caught up in the club and we were having too much fun. Anyways, we were trying to go so fast and we were trying to tire him out. So he was walking, but I was literally pulling him and dragging him that he was almost flying off the floor. But yeah, so very important to keep that in mind. Also, I don't think we're doing this because I don't recall the times that we're flying, but it might have been a good idea if we had planned to schedule our flights to when it's their sleeping time. Because in that way, their body's already used to sleeping. Then
for us, it's going to be 19 hours from the time we start to the time we end.
I mean, yeah.
We have 3 flights on this trip.
And I guess since our dogs they're excellent sleepers, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Of course, part of the preparation is not only making sure that we have their vaccines and all that good stuff, and that we are aware of the rules and requirements for the airlines, but also making sure that we have all of their necessary stuff for flying. Clearly, we have the carrier. This is now our second carrier for Mochi because Pepper chewed his last one, but we really like this brand. And that's another thing that I didn't mention, that carriers also have requirements as to how many ventilated openings they have. They have to make sure that there's enough air that's able to flow through into the carrier so the dogs can be comfortable. And of course, their leashes, their harnesses, dog bowls, all that good stuff. Got to make sure we have all of that with us. Yep. Oh, and treats.
Yep, those are all good points.
Yes, they are. And what else are we doing to prepare them behavior-wise?
So one thing we've been working on is for them to potty on demand. Actually, Pepper can potty on command, and Mochi loves to pee on top of her pee, so perfect. It actually works out. It's kind of gross, but it works out. So we can tell Pepper to potty, and she does. And so, yeah.
Mochi's got a mark.
Yeah. We also, we're exposing them, making sure they're good with other dogs around, which they're pretty good. Pepper does like to bark at other dogs, so we're working on that and making sure that they're comfortable with their crate. So sometimes we will just throw them in their crate, drive them around, so that way they're used to being in there. They know that they're going to a fun place when they go in there. Okay, that's pretty much wraps it up for this video. As time gets closer, we will share with you some more updates. And if we're making any changes in our plans, we'll let you know.
Also, in the process of actually us flying and getting there, I'm sure we'll experience all kinds of stuff that we weren't anticipating, and we will share that with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm Jake.
I'm Mary June. Thanks again so much for being here. Like always, please like, subscribe, comment, all the things. We'd love to hear from you.
Au revoir.
Until the next video. A bientôt.